Welcome students. Program Bachelor of Arts, 3rd year, subject Psychology, Semester 5, Paper Code PSD 104, Paper title Criminal Psychology. Myself, Madhuri Marathe, Assistant Professor from MES College of Arts and Commerce, Zuarinagar, Goa. Title of the unit, Understanding Crime and Criminal Psychology. Module name, Criminal Psychology. Outline. In this particular module, we are going to cover criminal psychology, forensic psychology, and lastly, related fields. Learning outcomes. At the end of this particular module, you will be able to understand about the field of criminal psychology and recognize application of psychology to different fields. In the last module, we have already studied what is crime. We have defined what is going to be our focus in this particular paper. Now, let us know more about what is criminal psychology. Psychology. Remember, we studied what is psychology in our previous classes. Just to recap, psychology is the science of mental processes. Since we are studying criminal psychology, one of the terms which is widely available along with criminal psychology is criminology. Criminology is defined as the study of crime, criminal behavior, and responses to crime. Now, coming to criminal psychology. Criminal psychology critically involves the use of psychology as a science to advance our understanding of crime. Here, when we refer to psychology, we refer to it as an academic discipline of psychology. Here, in this particular criminal psychology, we not only cover personality and other characteristics, but also include brain processes, social and cultural factors, and other details which are also considered otherwise in psychology. We found a clear distinction between what is psychology and what is criminology, but we do not have consensus on what is criminal psychology. We find numerous overlapping terms. Some of them are forensic psychology, psychological criminology, and legal psychology. Forensic psychology refers to the application of psychology to the legal system. Forensic is a word derived from a Latin word which means pertaining to the courts of law. A narrow interpretation of the field of forensic psychology is given by some scholars. They define this particular field as a practice of clinical psychology to the legal system. To complicate matters more further, we have been given a broad interpretation of forensic psychology. Here, some scholars say it is a field in which there is application of psychology to virtually anything related to crime, which would also include causes of crime. According to Davis, Holland and Bull, forensic psychology has two main aisles, legal psychology and criminological psychology. Legal psychology involves application of psychological knowledge and methods to the processes of law, and criminological psychology involves psychological theories and understanding of criminal behavior. With this, we have more three terms to add: investigative psychology, police psychology, and correctional psychology. When there is investigation of crime and profiling of offenders, it is called as investigative psychology. Here, in this particular case, investigative psychologists actually investigate the crime along with investigative psychologists help the investigating officers to profile the offenders and also investigate the crime with psychological knowledge. When psychology is used for training and selection of police, it is called as police psychology. Lastly, when we use psychology in context of prison for assessments and rehabilitation purpose of offenders, we call it correctional psychology. In the field of correctional psychology, we find correctional psychologists helping the offenders to rehabilitate back to the society and also doing assessments for their risk offending in the future. To conclude, labels may not be important for us, but they are important to define the clear boundaries of what constitutes a criminal psychology field and what comes under forensic psychology. It is much more easier for a criminal psychologist and a forensic psychologist to be in the field with this clear distinction, and also for the people to know what to expect from these particular roles. Here, we are going to stick to specific domains of inquiry and application. We are going to look at psychologists' findings of nature of crime and criminal justice process and its application. In this particular paper, when we are going to use the term criminal psychology and forensic psychology, we are going to use criminal psychology as application of psychology as an academic discipline to understand causes of criminal behavior, and forensic psychology as application of psychology to the legal system. To know more about this particular topic, you can refer to Russell Durant's book named An Introduction to Criminal Psychology, 2nd edition by Britain and British Library Publication. Thank you.